Good evening, everybody. We'll wait a second to see if we can stay online. We're having a little trouble with internet connection tonight, which is important. But today, I actually got onto Zoom, and I recommend that to people. If you're trying to learn new things every day, which I'm trying to do, I asked my friends online, and you'll find that the Facebook community is really very friendly. And I have some mentors that are in my group and some that I mentor, and I just said, what's the best way to share a screen? And somebody said Zoom. I got on. The guy at Zoom was very helpful, and so I took a little risk. I stepped out there and learned how to share my screen, and it's an important thing to do. So just one little thing every day. I did a lot more, but that one little thing is something I can encourage you to do. So we're going to talk a little bit about risk tonight.
Priorities is where we've been over the last week or so. And one of the priorities of life is to understand that you have to take risk. If you do nothing in life, you're guaranteed 100% to fail. But risk isn't something you just jump into. Risk is to be mitigated, meaning lessened. You make it less a risk by the kind of knowledge, the kind of skills, the kind of tools that you invest in, like she was just describing. You use those to leverage your position in life and in business. A lot of the problems we find with people who they want a business, in fact they know they need a business. There are a lot of people that need a business. They're so afraid to try that they don't try at all, and fear destroys their capacity to press on. One of the things you can't do is face the world without the kind of knowledge, skills, and tools that are needed to mitigate the risk. And for that, you have to look at that knowledge, that training, for example, that skill acquisition like she just did. Not a big risk at her end, but she looked at it as an investment of her time and her efforts. We find that people that get into business suddenly, instead of thinking of an investment as a future ROI, return on investment, they think of it in terms as an expense and it costs too much and I don't know what I'm going to get out of it. Again, what they're doing is they're facing risk with fear. You can't do that. You have to study your markets, study your products, study the knowledge base you need, the skills that you have to acquire, the tools that will leverage the future. And as a result, you minimize, or at least mitigate, lessen, make less the risk. You're investing, and as a result, over time, you start to make the kind of ROI that you need. Remember, those three areas are priority: sound knowledge, skill acquisition, and tools. They are actually priorities. They're the precursors, the prioritization. And they help you to minimize risk, lessen your fears, mitigate the costs involved, and they're actually an investment of your future, or into your future. So think about what you would do. Feel free to contact us. Feel free to contact us and try to put aside fear and rather think in terms of the kind of thing you'd like to invest in, the kind of knowledge, again, skills and tools. She invested in tools, and a tool that was recommended to her came on good advice. She researched it. Not a big risk, but it certainly did help her leverage her work, and we do that every day, like she says. Think of these as investments, not as costs or expenses. Then you have the precursor to prioritization and good business sense. And your fears, well, you'll start to sleep better at night.
That's right. So do contact us if you need some help. We'd be happy to help funnel your project that you're trying to get involved with on the internet.
And she said we would help you to funnel, meaning, well, I guess we'll explain that in the future. To funnel, the creation of a funnel. That's another kind of skill, and in fact, it involves tools. So understand the term. We'll be with you in the future.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us tonight on Leveraging Influence. Press on.
Thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you.